Hello and welcome. This is Marla from Mad About Cards and Crafts, and today I'm sharing a not too shabby shop June box of the month project. This box is available for a limited time. Once it's sold out, it is gone. Let's jump into the products. So this box comes with this sucker, and then it will also come with a small sequin pack as well as Jamie's card. Those sequins do coordinate with the paper pads. Here is an ephemera pack. I believe this is called Be Mermazing. That's one of the stamp sets. And then this 6x6 paper pad comes with some mermaid paper as well as some complimentary B-side paper. The products I'm using today are Hugs and Fishes, as well as this Little Mermaid's slimline paper pad. I'm going to be using one of the blue sparkle papers and then the scales. So I'm going to put the caps up on the screen and talk a little bit about this box and some coloring. I'm going to do just a little bit of coloring. I'm going to color some of the major elements. As you can see, I'm adding my shadows in first. I do tend to round my objects by moving away from the line and adding my darkest color, so you'll see that on the narwhal, and I think this narwhal is absolutely the cutest narwhal I've ever seen in my entire life. So as I'm coloring, I'm going to talk a little bit about the box. If you were not able to make the hop yesterday, there was an introduction hop. So I believe we had 5 or 6 different hoppers that presented some videos using this box. This box, as I said, is available for a limited time. Last month, the Coffee and Friends box sold out in 2 days. So I would highly recommend, if you like this box, that you go over to the Not Too Shabby shop and pick it up. I will have all of the links in the description box below. The box is available. If you wanted to do a monthly subscription and have it auto ship, you can do that, or you can choose to purchase it month by month. So as you can see, the theme for this month is Under the Sea, which is one of my favorite type of stamp sets. I really love these cutesy little seahorses and puffer fishes and mermaids. It's really a fun collection to work with, and the paper is absolutely beautiful. Today I'm going to be creating a shaker card. As you saw, I did add the white glaze pen after I finished coloring, so I added some darker color to the cheeks of my narwhal, and then I added the white glaze pen. There are black, so when I stamped it, I used Copic friendly ink, and when I stamped it, it had black freckles, but I did change those to the white using that glazed pen. And then I colored in the sweet little horn using I started with some green, blue, and pink, but the green wasn't showing up as well as I liked it to, so I did bring in more of a teal green. And then I'm using some green colors to color up this adorable little puffer fish. I am going to be creating a shaker card today. This does come with shaker pieces. I didn't use those shaker pieces only because I have a lot of colors going on in this card, and I wanted something that was going to stand out, like really sparkly against the mermaid. I used the blue glitter. It kind of has a glitter effect on it. I used the blue glitter cardstock from the mermaid set. I am going to be creating an A2 size card, so I will take a piece of, it's kind of like a teal paper, and I will create a top folding A2 size card, which is going to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I'm going to move on to my little seahorse, and I'm going to use some dark blue, or well, actually it's not a dark blue, it's more of a, let me try to think of the color, like a cornflower blue combination, I guess. This is one of my favorite blue combinations. And then I'm going to color the mane of the seahorse I'm going to color that with a yellow combination, and then we're going to move on to assembling our card. I did bring in some circle dies from my stash, and that's what I used to create the cutout for my card. I decided that I wanted to go in a wreath formation. I thought that that would be really pretty. I wanted to use a lot of these elements. I figured a lot of people would be creating underwater scene cards, and I thought that a wreath of these beautiful little underwater sea creatures and elements would be perfect. This card is going to have a lot of sparkle and shine, which is something that I personally like a lot. And I'm almost done here. I start coloring the jellyfish, and then I don't actually finish it off. I guess my camera cut off and I didn't realize that it cut off. I'm using some a red combination that has more of a magenta tone to it. And the Copic paper that I used was Copic Express It to color, and I really love this paper because it does blend beautifully. So as you can see, I used my circles. I cut a smaller circle for my opening for my shaker card. I took a piece of acetate and used the next size up circle, and I'm just going to adhere the circle to the back of my panel so that we can start creating our shaker card. As I said, I am using a A2 size card, so my card pieces are cut to 4 by 5 1/4. There's going to be a 1/4 inch border all the way around. I'm using some 1/4 inch tape, and I'm going to seal up my shaker, so I want to make sure that none of the bits and pieces are going to squeeze out. I'm not really good at like angling the foam tape, so I tend to just cut mine down and fill in the little sections right there. You can see I'll fill in a piece, and then I'll come back into another area and I'll have to fill in it as well, but I just can't get that curve. I always end up with some sort of like little bulge in there. I don't know. It's just me, I guess, but I am going to make sure that that circle is really sealed all the way around so none of my little shaker bits are going to leak. As I said, I decided to go with a different color. I'm going with more of a silvery shaker. What are they called? They're called sequins. I'm using sequins in my card, and they're silver color, so that's what I'm using on my card today. I'm making sure everything is lining up, that I have my paper cut properly, and here are the beautiful little pieces. They kind of, I don't know, I thought that they were white initially when I started to use them, but they do look a little bit more silver now that I'm looking at them. I'm carefully going to put the backing onto my shaker card, and isn't that pretty? Don't you just love that mermaid scale paper? I think the colors in this were beautiful, and those were the jumping off points for the colors that I used to color my creatures. So now that my shaker is ready, I'm going to center it on my card base, and I'm going to build my wreath off camera just to save a little bit of time. And so once I get all of those elements in place, as you can see, I've decided that I don't have enough dimension with my shaker, because you know I love dimension on my cards. So I'm going to glue the shells and the little coordinating underwater elements like that would be on the floor. I guess that would be coral. I'm going to go ahead and glue those directly down, and then I'm going to add some foam adhesive to the back of the pufferfish, the jellyfish, the seahorse, and my little narwhal. And I love the way that this card is coming together. This is the last little piece, and then I will show you the narwhal. And finally, when I add the other pieces, I'm just going to remove the release paper because I didn't think you wanted to watch me put the tape on each and every piece. I think you get the gist of it just watching me put it on the narwhal. I really love this 1/4 inch tape. This is from scrapbook.com. If you are looking for a good adhesive, they have 1/8 inch tape as well, and I think that their foam tape is fabulous. So I'm going to remove this release paper, and then I'm going to center it towards the bottom of my circle. And I decided to go with a circle rather than an oval because, as I said, I wanted to make this look more like a wreath. So kind of a sea creature under the sea type wreath. And here I'm removing the release paper from my jellyfish. And I love the way that this is coming together. If you haven't subscribed to the Not Too Shabby Shop channel, we would love for you to subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified. I also put these videos on my channel. If you would like to go over and check out some of the projects that I've created, I will link my channel in the description box below as well. I couldn't let this pass without using my diamond stickles. I'm going to start with a little bit, but you know, a little bit's just not good enough for me. I'm going to add it everywhere. So I'm going to add it to the mane. I'm going to add it to the puffer fish. I'm going to add it to the tentacles of my jellyfish, to my seashells, to the starfish, everything. I love sparkle. It makes my heart go pitter patter. It makes me really happy. And I love the finished look of the card with the added sparkle. So here I'm showing you my shaker card, but I need a sentiment. So I have cut a banner using a die from my stash. I am going to use the sentiment from the same stamp set that says Hugs and Fishes. I don't have enough dimension on this card, so I am going to add another piece of foam tape to the back of this banner piece, and then that's going to be my card for today. So I hope you enjoyed this card. There is going to be lots of inspiration. If you didn't hop along with the June box hop, you will please check it out, because you will have an opportunity to win a gift card to the Not Too Shabby Shop. I want to thank you for taking your time to watch my video today. Give it a thumbs up if you liked the video, if you liked my card. I really appreciate it. And until next time, I hope that you have a fabulous day.